Hello everyone, welcome to my video. We are going to speak about Philosophers' night routine. When the world falls asleep, your soul finally wakes up. That is the point, because in a daily life we are doing lots of stuff about our mind, mentally, or body, and in general, we are doing lots of stuff, but also we need to really calm down and some slowness. So at night for that time is really very important time, because everything we ignore during the day, especially when you are at work or when you are on the gym, during the day you can ignore all this stuff very easily, because you think that they are important than your soul. It's okay, me too, I also feel like that. I need to work, I need to go to gym, I need to do that, but I also feel like, okay, I'm ignoring something. I need to come to home here, because especially when I'm ignoring myself for a few days, there are some disconnection between me and my truth. So that's why coming to back home is important, and we will see as the sources of like the philosopher's life, how they do that, because it's really very important. We cannot sometimes, if we feel like we cannot find the time for our soul, and maybe that's why the greatest minds, philosophers, all the thinkers, they are always waiting nighttime, because they are seeing night, evening, not as a darkness but as a mirror and as a reflection. And maybe this is something that you are also missing, like our nights. How is your night routine? And actually shouldn't be routine, but what are you doing nighttime? Let's speak a little bit about that. So because when we will see philosophers, as a Marcus Aurelius, he always asking himself that question, like, what I did today. I mean, like, what I did wrong today, what I did well today. He is always questioning himself. And it's really very important, I think, like questioning yourself. It could be, I will show you just my journals, like here, some of journals. He is three type of journal. I would love to speak about journals and how I do write my diary, to-do list, or like general stuff. They are really very important for clearing your mind. And not only Marcus Aurelius, but also Nietzsche always asking himself how the night is deeper than a day. So it's really very important question. Like answering this question totally could change your life, of course. All those questions, like Marcus Aurelius' question, Nietzsche's question, and obviously they didn't scroll their funnel, they didn't binge in the Netflix or online shopping and etc. There are real something in their routines. So and I always think about, there are always some hours in our day that totally not useful. Yeah, like you are really feel like there is something wrong about my routine or about my day. For me, when I think about that, I realize this is between 9, maybe 10, even between 10 till the midnight. Like I'm speaking before 3 years, it was like that. Now I changed this. So between 10 and till the midnight, you think that after work, after gym, after all of the things you done on the day, you need some relaxation, you need some rest. And you feel like when you take your phone, when you will scroll, or when you will open the TV and watch any shows or programs or Netflix on the couch, you will relax, you will take a rest. It's really very good for your body and mind. But actually it's not relaxation at all. So that is why you are, after 1 or 2 hours, you feel yourself like your energy drained, you consume your energy, because what are you watching even don't affect, influence your soul. This is something also disconnects you from your soul. Yeah, like you are trying to continue ignoring your soul and yourself. I mean soul here, like yourself, yeah, your true self. So and then I decided that, okay, then if it's not good for me, like not sleeping between 10 and midnight, then I will change this routine. Yeah, I changed this routine, and I just wake up earlier, and I started to sleep earlier, but slow, not like I didn't start this like, okay, tomorrow I will do that. I remember that I started this for 1 month, then I said, okay, no way, it's like too much for me, I'm struggling and I cannot wake up and etc. But then slow I find that, okay, there is no way that I can settle this routine. I need to wake up early because I cannot do anything in the evening at the night time. And then I started my day in 5 a.m. So when when you stay awake till the night, okay, let's say you are really using your, you are really watching some shows, some program, and you feel like you're relaxed. That's okay. For 1 hour, you can do that, like between 9 and 10. But after 10, what will you do? Will you watch that movie or program or show for 4 hours? Because if you sleep 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Of course not. Like, this is something that's already unbalanced. And then it's all these routines and change make me more wonder. I started to read about philosophers' life, like how actually they do, like how their routines, night routine, because always wanted to know that how Nietzsche sleep or how Marx Aurelius sleep, like before sleeping time, what they do actually. And I know that that time and nowadays it's not same. Like before, at that time they hadn't any notification, any screen time, any shopping websites or the apps. But now we have, and we are struggling about that. So I'm trying to also not punish or judge myself a lot if whenever I sleep, let's say at 11 o'clock, because now, yeah, I wake up early, but still I have some struggling. Like I feel like I'm escaping something, like FOMO. But yeah, all of this really very important when you are really create your schedule. So let's start with Kant. Kant ate dinner every evening at exactly 7 o'clock. By 9 he was already on his daily walk, the same street, the same rhythm every single day. His neighbors would set their clocks by his steps. For Kant, repetition was devotion. After his walk, he mostly read some book and listen classical music and then sleep early. So I know I really love Kant and Nietzsche. I will speak about Nietzsche as well. And I know that all these philosophers, they are really walking a lot. They are really walking a lot. They're really always listening classical music. They are reading and writing a lot. So this is something that they are doing in their daily life and at night. I just trying to find something myself because I wanted to listen my body mostly at that time. Now also I feel like nighttime I also want to listen my body, but in a way that more slowness and really feeling my body. So that's why I felt like walking, especially in the Bali, is really very difficult because all people have a scooter. You are always going somewhere scooter, but I move slowly and with intention on my mat, so in the darkness and in the red light or more a dim light, and I really love this. Like it's not mobility even, it's even not stretching, not even asanas. I do just some for me it's like dancing with my body, but more with the slowness and with the classical music. And in front of me always there is some mirror, as now there also mirror. That's why sometimes I'm watching like that. So in front of me mirror, I'm trying to create a eye contact and trying to see that's what I want to tell myself. It's really very important. Sometimes I want to cry, just not any aim, but I want to cry. But sometimes I always, when I'm stretched, let's say, take some notes. I do take some notes about what I feel at that time, because all of these positions, like you can call this also restorative yoga. I stay in that positions for each position 2 or 3 minutes. So there are a lot of things happening in my body at that time. And there are a lot of science about that, actually. Maybe one day we can speak about restorative yoga and the benefits of the restorative yoga. And another thing, I'm in front of the mirror and I'm very slow and I'm very gentle, but also I am naked. I don't like wear anything while I am stretching at home myself. It's not because of the sexuality, it's just because like I don't want to put any mask, any roll, any fabric between me and myself, between me and my truth. Because already during the day there are a lot of rolls, a lot of masks I wear, unfortunately. But that time I really won't be myself, and I'm trying to, because I know that my body feels a lot during the day and I don't give any space during the day. Sometimes I ignore, as we are doing. At night, it's really the time only for my body, just only for my body. And it feels really very good, really so good. I feel like I'm sleeping very deep after that. And at that time, I also realized that why philosophers, for them, walking is really very important. Like they are walking evening, or they are in their routines. There are a lot of walking time, but mindful walking, like meditative walking. Because this is the time that you are not chasing knowledge, you are not chasing wiseness. You are just returning to yourself, to your home, and already everything there. So yeah, the main thing, that's what I like to do at night time, is stretching, being at that time, listening some mantras or classical music, taking some notes, just sentences, not even pages, you know. Yeah, and sometimes even if I feel like I don't want to do something, some movements, then I read some book, but something more philosophical and not like something should be inspire my soul, you know. So now we are going to speak about next philosopher and just choose which one will work for you, like which routines would you do. Soren Kierkegaard. Kierkegaard walked alone through the quiet streets after sunset. He had come home around 10, light a candle, and write his journal. He said, "The loneliness is the art of speaking oneself." So, yeah, Kierkegaard also, as a Kant, he loves walking and journaling. And next philosopher is Foucault. Foucault treated the night like a lab. After a day teaching and researching, he would sit with classical music playing softly and write very deeply. He said night is when your mind becomes more honest. And it's true, darkness doesn't lie. It invites you to meet your unfiltered self. Marcus Aurelius. I know a lot of people love Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius is emperor of Roma. You could think that he's emperor of Roma, so he's just resting very luxury life in his luxury life, but not. He is always at his nights, write down his reflections. For him, self-reflection was the highest form of prayer. And there are one philosopher, for me, Rumi also philosopher. As you see, all the philosophers, they are walking, they are journaling, but Rumi was dancing. He invited his dervishes, light candles, and turned again and again until the world disappeared. His movements was his meditation, his prayer. Rumi said, "The night belongs to those who can hear God's whispers." Carl Gustav Jung. So I really love his thoughts and his books. I think that he teach me a lot, especially about imagination and dreams. He always record his dreams, and he always work on his imagination in an active way. Maybe one day we could speak about imagination, how he work on that. For Jung, the night was a bridge between worlds. Every evening he entered his imagination. He said, "Night is when the unconscious speak." Hypatia. I love her thoughts. I love everything about Hypatia. And I have here, where is this? Here, Hypatia's photo. She's really inspired me a lot. And she's the person who, I want to say he because all the philosophers uh, so she is the person who changed science into prayer. At the time, if you watched movie Agora, I really recommend you that movie. Her story was brought back to life in the Life Agora, the movie about a woman who believed that knowledge and divinity could share the same sky. She also loved walking, and after sunset always she come back to home and write down her thought. Also, another routine of Hypatia, she really loved purification, like taking a shower, but not just taking a shower, a real purification, like mind and body connection with the salt. Nowadays, also a lot of spiritual people do that. Me too. I love purification, but she also believed that the water record all of the memories about your thoughts. So that's why believing that or thinking about that, and while you're purification or taking a shower, always thinking about that is really something that cleans your body and your thought and mind. So what about you? What you think that could help with your routine? Maybe just writing down some of your thoughts will help you today. Just if you have a candle or just dim a light and write down what will help you. Maybe really screen time is good for you, I don't know, but there are a lot of people, they have a lot of anxious and a lot of problem with screen time. So because philosophy is not about only what you read, philosophy is something that you really live in a philosophical way your life. And whenever you read some books, but also you realize that I can learn something, and I also do that in a practical way, like practical philosophy. So before you close your eyes tonight, just think about that, what my body, mind and soul needs. And try to really close your eyes and a little bit rest in these thoughts. Maybe the next day there are some signs, there are something that will tell you, okay, you need this routine. Maybe waking up early is not for you, but maybe just not using screens, but replacing them with something that you like would help you a lot. You can write down on the comments what you would love to do.